Hello and welcome back to the GorillaBiker. So today we're going to be doing some more maintenance on El Magnifique Magna. So again, I have Big J as a cameraman, and what we're going to do, well, attempt to do, depending on if it rains or not, hopefully it won't, is the air filter, spark plugs. So I'm going to hand you over to Big J now, and we're going to start taking apart the bike. So I'm just taking off the seats to gain access to the tank. I don't know, do I need to take off both, but I'm doing it anyway. I need to like paint all of these bolts, make them look nice. The reveal. Oh, that tank is so rusty there, look. That's the first time I've actually had that open, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. It doesn't look too bad in there otherwise. It definitely needs work though. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean all of that now that I've seen it. Aha! I do not advise balancing your fuel tank like this, just because I'm hilariously lazy. So this bike, now since we've opened it, needs to be thoroughly cleaned. I'm gonna have to take all of this apart to clean it out, because this upsets me. Look how filthy this is. Right, now the key thing here is not to lose any of these, because you'll be really depressed if you do. I mean, all the bolts are really rusty, but they're opening okay, which is surprising.
Oh yeah, and on the radio they also said if you drop your helmet, you should like
Replace it, yeah, straight away.
Really?
Yeah,
like,
you can get micro
off.
cracks in it.
Jeez, like it fell off the table.
Yeah. Now I don't know many people who would do that, but
yeah.
So it turns out if you want to do this easily, you need hands that are incredibly small. Oh man, this whole bike is coming apart at Christmas to get this repowder coated. I'm gonna give it such a good clean. So it turns out how you need to get this out is you just wiggle it a lot. Just, oh yeah, do the wiggles. So the inside of that's actually pretty clean, which is nice. I'm definitely gonna clean this before it goes back in off camera. And this is the old air filter element, which, as you can see, is pretty nasty. So I would say this is original. I would fling it backwards over my shoulder comedically, but I don't know if it's the right one yet we have, so I'm not going to do that. They look right. So front top. Here's our nice new one. This one is a cheapo one off Wiimoto. I'll probably get a better one, or I might go with velocity stacks. I've seen them done in this bike before, but for now we're going to stick with these. So now I can comically fling it over my shoulder. So when you're doing this, just make sure that you don't have any dirt or residue down past your filter from you opening your filter, and if you do, just try to clean it out as best as you can if you don't have compressed air, etc. Okay, so the frame became miraculously slightly cleaner. It's not much, but
That's way better.
better than nothing. I love how this fits so well, you know?
I wonder do people like think what is going on out there?
Oh, my neighbour definitely thinks I'm insane. Like 3,000 million 100%. That's a lot of percentages.
It's all of them, I think.
Next time I'll know to widen the throw holes. So a bit of advice for you: if you buy a cheapo rental air filter, bore out the throw holes a little bit, because I don't like the whole fitting thing. I don't think they enjoy it. Yes, we're taking back out the air filter. Yeah, so the cheapo rental ones do not line up exactly. Yeah, there's your problem. So when you get to the corners, then they're not lining up. So what we're gonna do is just bore out the cheap one. Just a smidge. Don't do this at home.
Safety.
Again, don't try that at home. It's just, you know, I have actually super safe hand safety.
It's a cert.
So it's a cert. I'm qualified in hand safety. See, I know I've widened those holes quite a bit, but it won't really matter once everything is kind of clamped down tight. It'll still hold everything in position. So it's literally just to actually make it so we can put them all in place and fix them. That's fixed in place finally. Basically the problem was I bought a cheap air filter, didn't really fit right, so we just drilled it out a little bit and now we have a good fit. And once all your bolts are tightened down, it doesn't really matter if your center hole is kind of wider. It just gives you a bit of wiggle on the air filter because your top bolt hole is the same, it's standard, and obviously the hole it's bolting into is standard. So once it's, you know, squanched down, everything's nice and tight in the center. It's like a sandwich, except really tight sandwich. Does that make sense?
What?
So next what we're going to try to do is change the spark plug. Just one. Oh my god, it's so rusty. So here's one of our new sparks, and what I like about NGKs is they actually set the gap from factory and put that sleeve over them to keep them right, which means that because I'm lazy, I'm not going to check them. Usually what I would say is if you have like compressed air or anything, try blow out your spark plug before you remove it. I just don't have that option. Oh my god, that is disgusting. I would never ever leave a spark plug like that. I don't know, did you already do this, Big J? Here's our comparison. You can see the difference. I don't think I need to go through that. That's like, this is disgusting. What you want to do is just gently snug that in there. I like to do them by hand as much as possible, so you can feel if you're, you know, grinding on a thread or anything like that. If you don't have a torque wrench, just snug it a little bit. Don't over tighten it, just, you know, snug it. And then hopefully it'll be all right. So then, check around here for any like white crap up in there.
Plastic guy.
Oh, you have to take off the little top bit. I think we need a pinchy boy for that. So something I forgot, I'm just going to take that back out. You know that for a second? Yep. So what we need to do is actually turn this off. So what you do is, real carefully, we're going to put that back on over that way and get a pliers and just crank that off. The reason for this is because this contact is for cars. Again, screw it in by hand as much as is possible. Basically just screw in by hand enough so you know that you're not, you know, catching on threads, cross threading. And then once you're finger tight, just a little, like not even a quarter turn, snug it down. And then hopefully this will fit this time. There you go. Done. Just to be fair to whoever had this bike before, you can see this side was actually very clean. What I'd say it was this bike was probably never covered and never in the garage. And it leans this way, so water got in and actually sat on here. So when I do take this apart, I'm gonna have to check all over that side to make sure that everything's still snug down and we're not missing anything. So we'll see, do we have access on this side without opening off the rad? If we have to open off the rad, we will. Hopefully with my contraption, it'll be okay. I really like the access on the front. As you can see, my hand fits perfectly.
It's a nice feature.
So that one's rotten as well. The good thing as well about these plugs I'm putting in, they're NGK Iridium. So they're supposed to be good for like 20,000 kilometers. And this bike has only ever done 20,000 kilometers. I actually do have a new horn for this as well. It's black, because this one's actually rank. It makes me feel ill. Play celebratory music and stuff. Hold on, I got a pliers. So what I want to give you, Big J, is a memento.
What?
That's for our date today. Don't you ever lose it. And this. That's for you too. It's for you, both of them. So if you're ever like, don't want to do this type of work, just get a single cylinder. It's only one spark plug. I'm a genius. Just like to point that out. Am I not?
That was genius-esque.
If you've watched, thanks for watching. What we did today is stuff. We were going to do an oil change, but Big J is crippled. I'm pretty crippled too. Everything took longer than it was supposed to, so I'm going to end it there. I will do an oil change next time, or I might do it off camera, I don't know. So we've taken out these old nasty plugs, particularly this old nasty plug that was really bad. So it just shows to take care of your stuff. Give that a quick cover because it's starting to rain. Yeah, if you've watched, thanks for watching, really appreciate it. If you've liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, say hello to Big J, and yeah, that's all from me. Adios. Here's the new horn. Hopefully it works. Find out soon. Ready for the moment of truth? How precious are you about your ears?
Let me stand up there.
No, get back down there. I need you down there. Works. So
bitch.
new horn. Okay, this really is the end. So yeah, thanks for watching.